Coronation Street viewers were left absolutely stunned during Thursday night's dramatic episode after Summer Spellman was suddenly arrested on suspicion of murder. But the major question now surrounding the storyline is whether actress Harriet Bibby could be preparing to leave the long-running ITV soap. Summer's life began completely unraveling after DS Lisa Connor Swain finally closed in on her while investigating the murder of Theo Silverton. Since Theo's body was discovered, the threat of Summer becoming a murder suspect had constantly loomed over her because of the pair's complicated and deeply troubled history together. Theo's abusive behavior toward Todd, combined with his involvement in Billy's death, had already given Summer a powerful reason to want revenge against him. However, matters became far worse when Summer's brooch was discovered inside the apartment previously shared by Theo and Todd, immediately placing her high on the police's list of possible suspects. Thursday's episode opened with Summer already emotionally overwhelmed by the increasing pressure surrounding the investigation. While spending time at Roy's Rolls, she overheard Christina discussing the possibility that police could soon arrest her for Theo's murder. Although Christina insisted she did not truly believe Summer was capable of killing Theo, merely overhearing the conversation was enough to send Summer into a panic. Believing the police were rapidly closing in on her, she became convinced that fleeing Weatherfield before officers could arrest her was now her only remaining option. What Summer failed to realize was that detectives had already begun actively pursuing fresh leads after George Shuttleworth informed DS Connor Swain that he had spotted Summer near Theo and Todd's former flat on the night Theo died. George's information pushed Summer directly to the top of the suspect list, despite the fact she had previously avoided raising serious suspicion during earlier police interviews. Determined to escape before the situation deteriorated even further, Summer hurriedly packed her belongings and prepared to leave for America, where she had previously been studying. However, her desperate escape plan quickly started collapsing when Todd discovered her attempting to leave and pleaded with her to rethink the decision. During a highly emotional confrontation, Summer finally confessed why she had become so desperate to run away. She admitted that she had earlier attempted to hire Carl Webster to frighten Theo into leaving, and feared this could cause detectives to see her as a serious suspect in the murder case, despite repeatedly insisting she was completely innocent. The drama intensified even further when George and Christina unexpectedly turned up. Eventually, Todd agreed to assist Summer with her escape plan by personally driving her to the airport himself. But in classic soap opera style, their attempted getaway came to a sudden and shocking halt when a police vehicle blocked the road ahead of them. Officers then dramatically arrested Summer on suspicion of murder. The explosive scenes have naturally sparked fears among fans that Harriet Bibby could soon be leaving Coronation Street after spending 6 years appearing on the program. At present, however, there has been absolutely no official confirmation or indication suggesting the actress is preparing to exit the ITV series. In fact, spoilers for future episodes strongly indicate that Summer will continue playing a central role in the storyline over the coming weeks. Upcoming scenes reportedly suggest she may even uncover a witness capable of confirming her alibi for the night Theo was killed, potentially helping to clear her name entirely. Meanwhile, George is also expected to confess to Todd that he was the person who informed police about Summer's suspicious behavior, setting up even more dramatic confrontations as detectives continue attempting to uncover Theo's true killer. Although Summer does not currently appear likely to leave Weatherfield permanently, there remains a significant possibility that she could still spend time behind bars before the full truth is finally revealed. Corrie producer Kate Brooks has already confirmed that viewers will learn the identity of Theo's killer later this summer. Speaking about the storyline, she explained, "We reveal to the audience who it is during late June or early July. There are many different characters viewers will definitely suspect throughout the journey." Away from Coronation Street, Harriet Bibby has also spent part of this year focusing on another acting project outside television. The actress recently appeared on stage in the play My Name is Rachel Corrie, which is inspired by the life of American activist Rachel Corrie, who died in 2003 while supporting Palestinian families in Gaza. Harriet performed the lead role during the production's run at 53.2 in Manchester, and later shared several behind-the-scenes photographs and moments from the experience on Instagram. Her social media post received supportive responses from several fellow Coronation Street stars, including Sally Dynevor, Liam McCheyne, and Daniel Brocklebank. For the moment, Harriet Bibby still appears firmly connected to Coronation Street. However, other cast departures from the soap have already been confirmed. Actress Claire Sweeney is expected to leave the program later this year after being cast as Miss Hannigan in the UK and Ireland touring production of Annie. Coronation Street has revealed another serious setback for the manipulative Jodie Ramsey as her disturbing plan continues spinning further out of control. The troubled woman has been attempting to gradually take over every part of her sister Shona's life after spending years carrying feelings of rejection and abandonment from their childhood. Jodie has also started growing increasingly close to Shona's husband David as part of her wider efforts to fully integrate herself into the family. However, upcoming episodes next week will see her face a crushing disappointment that could make her actions even more reckless and unpredictable than before. In scenes scheduled to air next Thursday, Roy tells Jodie that her assistance at the cafe is no longer required, leaving her heartbroken and emotionally devastated. The blow becomes even harder for her to accept because the decision comes after Shona decides to resume work following the birth of baby Harper. Could this latest rejection drive Jodie further down a dark path of revenge against her sister? This situation is becoming incredibly dangerous because Jodie tends to respond in extreme and emotional ways, a Corrie insider revealed. She has already targeted Brian and Bernie with almost no real provocation, which demonstrates just how impulsive and unstable she is capable of becoming. Jodie doesn't only want Shona's husband. She wants to completely step into Shona's shoes and live the exact life her sister has built for herself. Now that she feels pushed aside once again, the real concern is whether she could finally lose control and strike back. Show producer Kate Brooks recently teased future developments in the ongoing Jodie storyline during an interview with Digital Spy. She explained, "Jodie is desperately trying to reclaim the life she truly believes should always have belonged to her. She has formed a genuine emotional connection with David. Whenever she looks at the family life Shona has created, she cannot stop herself from thinking, that life should have been mine. That future was supposed to belong to me." Kate also added, "We will continue exploring whether Jodie is capable of exploiting the cracks and weaknesses that already exist within David and Shona's relationship. The main question is whether she can successfully lure David toward the darker side of things. Jodie is determined to make Shona suffer for abandoning her years ago, so she is absolutely going to continue trying to come between them and destroy their relationship."